3 years ago, I quit my corporate job to make most art. That sentence sounds clean, almost romantic. But the part I remember most isn't the assignment. It's sitting alone in my studio, staring at unfinished piece, thinking. I had a clear idea in my head, so why does it look nothing like this? That gap between the idea and the artwork was my first group meeting with what I call now the space in between. Every hour start with an idea. In my head, it's perfect. The texture, the balance, the feeling. Then I start, but certainly nothing behaves the way I imagined. The most doesn't sit right. The composition feels off. My hands don't feel as skilled as my thought. This moment, after the excitement and before the result, is uncomfortable. It's quiet and honestly a little lonely. When I first started making most art, I thought this feeling meant I wasn't good enough. I thought real artists somehow skip this part. But the more I worked, the more I realized this part is the work. I didn't study art. I didn't grow up thinking I would be an artist. I'm a Vietnamese. Do you know what this means? It means artist isn't even considered a real job in Vietnam. I came from a corporate job, stable, predictable, and slowly draining the life out of me. So I left. No perfect plan, no shaded net, just a strong need to try something that feels more like me. I started this smart art studio completely from scratch, and for the last 3 years, I have been living almost permanently in that space in between. From the outside, my work looks calm, green, natural, peaceful. But the process behind it is not always like that. This space between is where doubts live. It's where I ask myself, am I actually talented? Do I really love most art or am I just too far into quit? Why this feel harder than everyone said it would? Sometimes it feels like a black hole. From the outside it looks small, but inside, time stretch. One slow week feels endless. one mistake feels personal. You don't fail dramatically, you just get tired quietly. What I slowly realize is the space in between, as it in every created art, not just most art, not just painting. It's a space between imagining something and figuring out how to make it real. And that space demands patience. It asks me to stay even when I'm unsure, to keep working when the result is still invisible. That's the part that people don't post online often. And then I noticed something else. This space in between doesn't just exist in art, it exists in life. Between quitting a job and become who you're trying to be. Between loving something and making it sustainable. Between who you were and who you want to become. We talk a lot about passion, about courage, about big decisions. But we rarely talk about the long, quiet middle, the part where nothing feels certain yet. For a long time, I thought the feeling could disappear. Maybe when I get better. Maybe when the studio is more stable. Maybe when I'm more confident. But here, the uncomfortable truth. If you choose to create something new, the space in between never fully goes away. Because every new idea pushes you back here. Every new artwork is another unknown. And maybe that's not a flaw. Maybe that's the price of making something that actually yours.
Chào các bạn, hôm nay là ngày thứ ba mình làm trong rêu này. Các bạn đoán xem mình đã làm tới đâu rồi? Ta-da! Cả ngày hôm qua mình chỉ làm được từng này thôi. Mục tiêu của mình là sẽ làm hoàn thành bước này trong ngày hôm nay để có thể giao cho khách. Hy vọng là sẽ hoàn thành xong.
Bây giờ là 11:50 rồi, bạn chỉ đừng nói là nửa ngày thôi. Là tùy còn nửa ngày để làm thôi.
To be honest, I'm scared of burning out. I'm scared of losing choice. I'm scared of becoming so focused on the result
Anh chơi.
that I forgot why I started. Sometimes I miss sometimes I miss the version of myself who created without pressure. But I'm learning that's part of being an artist, or maybe just being human. In learning how to stay sharp inside this hard space. You cannot rush it, you cannot force it. I've learned the hard way. And apparently, confidence grows the same way, very slowly, with a lot of patience, and way more dark than I expected. So if you're watching this, you're somewhere in your own space in between an idea and a resource, between a dream and a career, between who you were and who you're trying to become. I don't have advice. I just want you to know this part is real, it's hard, it's uncomfortable, and it matters because most of the growth happens right here in the middle. The growth needs time, and I think so do I.
Các bạn đã sẵn sàng xem final look của bức tranh rêu chưa? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Các bạn thấy thế nào? Rêu sau khi đã được dán khối, mình có chỉnh sửa lại một chút. Và các chi tiết dù chưa được hoàn thành 100%, nhưng mà cũng được khoảng 90% rồi. Chiều nay mình đã không thể quay được tại vì mình phải tập trung làm tranh rêu trả cho khách hàng. Đã tới deadline rồi. Mình quay phim và nó tốn khá nhiều thời gian của mình. Đây là lần đầu tiên mà mình vừa làm vừa quay. Và chỉ riêng cái việc là chỉnh góc máy thế nào, bấm máy ra sao, có bị on focus hay không, rồi có bị quay ở chế độ slow motion hay không. Và suốt cả ngày hôm qua mình chỉ có làm đường hình sexy, nên là hôm nay mình đã phải tắt máy đi và tập trung làm cho khách. Các bạn thấy thế nào?